Death Priestess. From the gloom, a woman draped in flowing black robes steps forward, her presence as chilling as the wind. She raises her staff, and the very shadows around her begin to writhe and twist. A foul stench of decay fills the air as skeletal figures claw their way into the dim light. Queen Malvina offers a fine price for your head, and I never disappoint my employer. She's gonna be disappointed today. Cause your shadows ain't blade proof and neither are you. Down to just you and me now. Take a health potion and finish this fight. Yes. Oh, sorry. In Roseport City, we take a -1 penalty to our damage. And Learned Scholars, we gain a +1 bonus to experience earned in this city. Trinket Cellar. Your attention is drawn to a dimly lit corner where a man stands. A worn wooden box sits at his feet, its lid slightly ajar to reveal a glint of metallic objects within. You look like someone with an eye for the extraordinary. Care to take a peek at what I've got? I sure do take a peek at what you've got. Oh, I don't think I need any. We'll stick with immunity to bleeding. Thank you. Dragon Fountain. You approach the Dragon Fountain, admiring its design as you approach. Water flows under the head of a dragon carved into the stone, creating a soothing melody that fills the air. As you stand in front of the fountain, you can't help but wonder about the rumors surrounding it. Some say if you drop enough gold coins into the water, your wish will be granted. Give me a tribute. It's accuracy. Is my defense correct? Speed of 0. I guess it is, yeah. Okay. Wizard Trainer. A bald-headed wizard strides toward you through the busty streets, his ornate blue robes flowing with each step. His piercing gaze studies you with keen interest. Man. What the heck? What the hecky, y'all? So you're the chosen ones. So you're the one chosen to seek the Celestial Prism, he muses. A daunting task, to be sure. I don't envy your path. However, I can offer aid. For money! Well, I don't have money. Not enough, anyway. City Cathedral. You see a grand cathedral towering above the other buildings. As you step inside, you are immediately struck by the grandeur of the space. High vaulted ceilings rise above you, supported by thick pillars and archers. Stained glass windows line the walls, casting colorful light on the stone floor. You notice a group of priests at the front of the cathedral, near the altar. They are dressed in long robes, with holy symbols embroidered on their chests. Gain life. Ooh, I'll gain life. 20 gold to gain 10 life. Alright. Priests stand ready to assist you. Crimson Trader. A figure steps out from the shadows, and you recognize her as a member of the Crimson Shadows, the feared organization that rules over Roseport City. She introduces herself and explains that she has been watching the Knights of Queen Malvina and has no desire to see the sorceress get her hands on the Celestial Prism. Surprisingly, she offers you to help you in your quest. She gives you a health potion. This better not be Red Bull disguised as a health potion. Goblin Mugger. A goblin thief is armed with a sharp sword, held tightly in his hand as he advances toward you. The goblin snarls, "Hand over your valuables or else!" Like, my sword? Is that valuable? Ah! We get our next level! Ta-da! More damage! You know, now that my defense is only 12 and I realize that, it's not too good. But I'll increase my damage anyway. Knight Champion. You find yourself face to face with a knight adorned in obsidian armor, emblematic of Queen Malvina's power. Queen Malvina's destiny shapes the tapestry of this world, and the Celestial Prism plays a pivotal role. I will not allow you to disrupt what has been ordained. I'm gonna ordain your face with my sword! You're not even a real boy! My battle cry. You're not even a real boy! I don't know. Just random as hell. Crimson Enforcer. Clad in ominous robes adorned with the... What the heck, y'all? What is going on with my body? I don't like it. Clad in ominous robes adorned with the emblem of the Crimson Shadow, an enforcer engages you. His presence a menacing aura, a stark reminder that the Crimson Shadow's reach extends even to the darkest corners. You're the one they're after, he states with a chilling finality. And you're the one they'll bury. I'll bury your gold pieces in my purse. Thank you. Thank you. Jaded Huntress. As you step into the bustling atmosphere of the Jaded Huntress Tavern, a mix of laughter and animated conversations fills the air along with the scent of roasted meats. The tavern's name is apt, as taxidermy trophies and hunting gear adorn the walls. In the crowd, you catch snippets of hushed conversations and rumors about knights clad in darkness, an artifact of immense power, and the city's shadowy rulers. But I get sick from drinking. And who wouldn't? Shit's gross. Secret message. As you cautiously enter a dimly lit office of a Crimson Shadows agent, your eyes scan the room for information. On a desk cluttered with papers, a single parchment catches your attention. As you pick up the parchment, you realize that it's a message from Queen Malvina's Knights to the Crimson Shadows administrators. Lines of symbols and seemingly random characters sprawl across the page, forming a web of coded messages that I cannot crack. Better at cracking things with my sword. Desperate escape. A group of figures clad in Crimson Shadow armor surround you. Before you can react, they close in, their grip firm and unyielding. Your consciousness returns in a dimly lit dungeon cell. The sound of distant footsteps reverberates, indicating the presence of guards. The realization settles in. You've been ensnared by the Crimson Shadow. I slip out unnoticed. Hired assassin. A figure steps out from the gloom, their silhouette sharp against the dim light. The man wears the emblem of the Crimson Shadows on his cloak. You match the description of a hero following Queen Malvina's Knights, he says, taking a step closer. Unfortunately for you, the Crimson Shadows want you dead. You spent too much time talking! I was already swinging! You know, if the Crimson Shadows wanted you alive, they wouldn't have sent you after me. Dumb. Bingo! Next up, we have Roseport Library. As you enter the Grand Library of Roseport City, the air is heavy with the weight of countless tomes and scrolls. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. Word on the streets is that the Knights of Queen Malvina had stopped here earlier in the day to examine the collection of maps. You begin to search the bookshelves, hoping to find a clue to what path they have taken. And you find the general direction. Gain 2 XP. Angry rat folk. A group of rat folk, their eyes gleaming with a mixture of anger and defiance, gather on the streets. Their tattered clothing and scarred features tell a tale of hardship. The rat folk's voices rise in a cacophony of discontent, their frustration palpable as they voice their grievances. Unfortunately for you, you are in their way. I'm not about to be run over. Got him. Alright. Student braces. Nope. We are at 55 out of 60 experience toward our next level. Rooftop Gargoyle, an enemy with rend and stone skin. As you navigate through the rooftops of Roseport City, hoping to spy Queen Malvina's knights, you notice a stone gargoyle perched on the edge of a building, seemingly carved into the very architecture itself. Without warning, it comes alive and leaps at you with a fierce growl, its wings unfurling from its back as it prepares to strike. No, gargoyle! Doggone it, I'm taking a lot of damage. I completely forgot until now that I was a duelist. I don't need to be putting points into attack bonus. What a fool! My gosh! That's embarrassing. Ta-da! You're dumb. Whoops. Let's return to full health. 81 health, I think that's worth it. And we're done with Roseport, headed out to the Dread Crypt. The trail of Queen Malvina's Knights has led you to a burial place of an evil sorcerer from centuries before, where a death cult thrives. We'll defeat a monster. No. Yeah. The Dread Crypt. Deep within the desolate forest lies the Dread Crypt, a place teeming with the restless spirits of the undead. Some say this place was the burial ground of a long-forgotten necromancer who sought immortality through forbidden rituals. Venturing into the Dread Crypt is a perilous undertaking. An adventurer navigating these treacherous corridors must be vigilant, for hidden traps and ancient wards lie in wait. Deep within the heart of the crypt, a sinister death cult holds sway, ruling over the undead with an iron fist. Only the bravest of souls dare to delve into the depths of this unholy abyss and emerge intact. Necromancer's Curse, -1 penalty to all fate-based rolls. The Hallowed Halls, gain a +1 bonus to your regeneration. Ferocious Imp. From the shadows emerges a hostile and ferocious imp, a creature of chaos and malice. Its twisted, horned visage bears a wicked grin, and its crimson eyes gleam with intelligence. This is a magic-resistant enemy. The imp emits a series of mocking, high-pitched cackles. Then the imp springs into action. Then the imp gets slapped around, like the little asshole it is. And after it's crippled by my sword, crawls away. Mirrored passage. The hallway is lined with a multitude of mirrors. It is a deliberate maze of illusions designed to confuse and mislead. A clever ploy to deter intruders from finding the correct path. As you cautiously proceed down the mirrored hallway, your own reflection multiplies and dances, creating a bewildering cacophony of images. You become hopelessly lost. For a while, Deathhound. A growl pierces the silence, and from the shadows emerges an undead dog, its rotting flesh hanging in tatters. The foul creature, driven by an insatiable urge to attack, lurches forward towards you with surprising speed. Adrenaline courses through your veins as you prepare to defend yourself from this Rend enemy. Rend capable. We're hit. But we are immune to bleeding because we have the mending ring. Very good. We find the Celestial Sword of all things. 7 to damage. An increase of 4 damage. We gladly pick up and use the Celestial Sword. It must be fate. Noxious plants. As you venture deeper, you stumble upon an ominous chamber. The air is thick with an odor that makes your eyes water and your throat burn. The source of this becomes clear as you spy a cluster of plants with twisted vines. They are tainted by the dark energies that infest the crypt. They emit foul, toxic fumes that waft through the chamber, threatening to harm or even kill anyone unfortunate enough to be caught unaware. And the fumes overwhelm me. I lose 10 health. Cultist ritual. Deep within the shadowy recesses of the dread crypt, a sinister congregation gathers. Their allegiance lies with Queen Malvina, who has promised them great power in return for their servitude. As they perform their dark ritual, you sense an arcane force that reaches out to drain your power and vitality from afar. You must try to avoid the effects. They drain 7 of my health. Those bastards! Did their bastard dance. And the bastard dance hurt me. It hurt me to see that. The ugly dance. Undead brute. An abomination of decayed flesh and bone comes into view. It is a grotesque testament to the dark arts that have twisted it into existence. With a shrieking howl, the undead brute charges toward you with surprising speed and ferocity. And I missed? Good gracious. It must be fast. Boom! When you get hit with the Celestial Sword, you know it. A second later, you explode. Crypt Guardian, your path is obstructed by an animate skull, glowing with an ominous light. This Guardian blocks a narrow passageway you must traverse to close the gap between yourself and Queen Malvina's Knights. To pass, you must answer my riddle, it says. Only then will the path be opened. I fail to solve the riddle. I lose accuracy. Lightning trap. You trigger a hidden mechanism. The chamber around you erupts into a dazzling display of power as bolts of lightning shoot forth. The air crackles and sizzles as these electrical projectiles damage and arc through the room, their brilliant light illuminating the crypt's ominous recesses. Ah! Ah! I'm grazed by incoming light. Ah! Troglodyte thief. Your senses pick up on a faint, unpleasant odor, like that of damp earth and musk. Elon Musk. Swift, a shadowy figure lunges at you from the darkness, swift and silent. It's a troglodyte thief, their reptilian features twisted into a sly grin. The thief's clawed hands are determined to relieve you of your hard-earned gold. Just like Elon. What is it people said online? Leon? Dread Spirit, an enemy with damaged aura. A cold wind whispers through the ancient corridor, sending a chill down your spine. A shadowy figure materializes before you. Its eyes, pools of darkness, fixate on you. Its twisted form contorts with a desire to consume the very essence of your being. But homie, don't play that! The man referred to as homie does not, in fact, play that. Valiant knight, a flickering torchlight ahead reveals a knight clad in shining armor, standing tall in the oppressive gloom. His armor, though battered and worn from his trials within the crypt, gleams with a determination that cannot be extinguished. I have heard whispers of your noble quest to confront the foul knights of Queen Malvina. You are not alone in this endeavor. I offer you my aid in this noble cause. Dude, give me treasure! He gives me loot. Thanks, man. Raging zombie! From the shadows emerges a grotesque figure. A once human creature now twisted and decayed. Its undead eyes filled with hatred. With a guttural moan, the zombie lurches toward you. The air is filled with the stench of decay as it closes the distance, its fingers outstretched. The Nazi! I like that song. Celestial Sword blasts it into the nether realms. By its nether realms. Rune markings in the oppressive gloom of the dread crypt. You encounter a series of mystical runes etched into the cold stone walls. The runes seem to pulse with faint light, as if beckoning you closer. The runes seem to shift, their ancient symbols dancing and rearranging themselves. They appear to contain ancient knowledge, a hidden wisdom that could aid you on your perilous journey. But the runes are meaningless as far as I know. It's a bunch of crude children's drawings. Mystic Crystal, suspended in the air, radiating a soft ethereal glow, is a Mystic Crystal. This relic, known to be a source of healing and renewal, appears to have fallen into the clutches of the death cult that haunts these wretched halls. The crystal's translucent surface shimmers. The death cult seeks to harness its power for their dark purposes, but the crystal's aura remains untarnished. And a faint glow appears when you touch the crystal. Gain 3 life. Cult Deserter. Standing in the dimly lit chamber is a woman with haunted eyes. Her face, once marked by fanaticism, now bears the weight of regret and disillusionment. The death cult has promised eternity, but what they asked in return was too much. She confides, her eyes flickering with defiance. I couldn't bear the weight of the corruption, so I fled. Now I want to help you. It's the only way I'll make amends for the darkness I've embraced. A bag of money! Death Altar. As you navigate the corridors of the crypt, a sense of dread settles over you as you stumble upon a chamber. At its center looms a towering altar, adorned with a grisly array of skulls, their empty eye sockets seeming to stare into your very soul. The skulls, arranged in macabre patterns, whisper of dark rituals and ancient sacrifices, their silent testimony to the evil forces that lurk within the crypt. And the altar's trapped, so I take 4 damage. Gas trap. A faint and natural odor hangs in the air. A quiet hiss fills the air as a deadly gas is released from hidden vents in the chamber's walls. The gas is green in color and as thick as smoke. The chamber rapidly fills and your vision blurs as your lungs struggle to find the clean air amongst the deadly neurotoxin. Oh, look, it's your old friend, deadly neurotoxin. You inhale the deadly gas. Tastes like vanilla. Tasty. Good tasting poison gas.